Welcome to Good Evening KU. I'm Clara.
And I'm Lexi.
And we will be your hosts for today.
We are finally having our show again after being postponed for 2 weeks due to these terrible snow days. It has been so frigid and so cold, but it's been nice to have less school. How were your snow days?
I unfortunately got sick over the little break that we had, but I think it's better to get sick on days where I don't have to skip class.
You're right. That was very convenient, actually.
Right, thank you myself for getting sick.
Good. We also had Valentine's Day recently, which for me is a terrible holiday because I'm single. But
no, it does not have to be terrible when you're single. You can get together with friends, celebrate, eat desserts.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
That does sound nice.
How'd you know?
That sounds nice. My roommate has a boyfriend, and so I don't have a lot of time with my friends because they're all in their happy relationships. So I spent Valentine's Day with my family. It was wonderful.
Next time you can spend it with me.
Thank you, Clara. I appreciate that. But now that we're getting back in like the school groove, do you have any exams that you've been recently studying for or taken?
Yeah, I last week took a marketing exam. Yes, I think I did very well. At least I hope so, because we got an unlimited amount of study guide notes.
Oh, so how many notes did you bring?
I brought 38 pages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
there are no excuses if you do bad.
No, I'll keep you updated.
Okay.
I feel very good about it, though.
That's good. That's good. Well, I have been studying for exams as well, and I've been extremely stressed out, but it's okay because...
You mean you don't have 38 pages of notes to bring?
I don't. My exams are all closed notes. I don't like my professors very much, but that's okay. I'm still learning. So that's all that matters.
You should become a business minor, and then you'll like your teachers.
They sound pretty flexible, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been studying a lot, and while I study, I like to listen to music, especially new music. Speaking of new music, Sabrina Carpenter recently released her deluxe album. Have you listened to it?
Of course I have.
Good.
Did you know that Sabrina Carpenter has a song called 15 Minutes, and all of the songs in her deluxe album that are new add up to 15 minutes.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Was that on purpose?
I would assume so. She's kind of a mastermind, right?
Clearly. I didn't know this. That's incredible. Well, I love every song on that album. I think it's amazing, and it just makes my heart so happy. She is an icon.
I agree. Tate McRae also dropped an entirely new album.
Did she?
Yes.
I do not listen to Tate McRae, but I've heard a lot about her.
I think you'd enjoy her, actually.
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
Give it a listen, let me know. If not, that's fine.
Okay.
People can have bad taste.
Yeah. I do like Kid Laroi, though, her boyfriend.
She has a song with him.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to listen to it, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay. I guess I'll do that. But anyway, let's focus back on the important stuff.
Sorry.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Our futures, Clara. Our futures are very important. And I have been thinking a lot about my future lately and what I'm going to do after college. I want to travel. I want to go places. I was thinking about study abroad, actually.
I'm studying abroad.
Where at?
The Czech Republic.
Oh my gosh, what's there?
We're going to find out.
Okay. When I hear the Czech Republic, I don't really know what to associate with it, so.
It's Russian-esque.
Okay, that's cool.
German-esque.
I want to go somewhere tropical.
Watch
like
me
a
be
beach.
wrong. I apologize. I will do all my learning once I'm there.
Okay, good. And speaking of our futures, we also have the career fair coming up, so we can start planning ahead for jobs and internships. And I actually had a meeting with Steve Rottinghaus recently, where I discussed my future and some internship opportunities here in Kansas City. And we will be hearing from him shortly as he gives us some more advice on the career fair and everything that's coming up.
Right after break. Stay tuned.
Regional champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Charlotte James, and I'm here today with a very special guest, Steve Rottinghaus. What's going on next week? Tell us about it.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow, March 6th, we're having our annual career fair. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. here at Stauffer Flint Hall. We'll have close to 20 companies, so anything you can kind of think of tied to our journalism curriculum should be represented. We'll have TV stations, local news outlets, digital marketing. I definitely encourage all of our students to attend if they can.
Yeah, so why should the students attend?
It's great to find out about internships, those first jobs, and even for underclassmen, just to find out what these companies are looking for. I've been in this role now for 10 years, so this will be my, 19th career fair that I've put on. And I always get excited to see students, from freshmen to seniors to check this out. And the freshmen, sometimes they come out and say, wow, I had no idea that you could do this with a journalism degree. So again, just to find out what they're looking for, and it can definitely lead to internships and jobs.
Good. How should somebody prepare to attend the career fair?
If you go to our journalism website, that's a great start on the career fair part of the website, because we have a list of all the companies and a link to their website. So do a little bit of research, find out what these companies are about. You get a sense of where they're located, their mission statement. Another thing to keep in mind too, a lot of these TV stations, other organizations, they might have an office in Kansas City, but they also might have like sister stations across the country. So ask those questions, do a little bit of research, have those resumes ready. I always try to encourage you, try to have about 10 to 12. You won't have time to talk to all the companies, but hopefully you can make some meaningful connections with say 4 or 5. And we try to keep it kind of small so you can have some meaningful conversations. I've gone to some big career fairs here on campus, and man, sometimes
they're
it's
overwhelming.
Like you're like tripping over people.
Absolutely.
We try to keep ours pretty small, have some meaningful connections. It's a great use of your time for sure.
Good. Now, if I'm planning on attending, what should somebody wear to this?
Treat it like you would an actual interview. Always say business casual at the least. I know I'm not the most stylish guy, but when I go, if I was a student and then when I'm going to go next week in my career advisor role, I'm going to have slacks, a nice collared shirt, and a tie. You don't have to wear a formal suit or anything like that, but treat it like you would an actual interview. This isn't the time to bring like your pajama bottoms, your hooded sweatshirts. I know sometimes I see people walk out of class and they're kind of surprised it's going on, and they're still welcome to come. We're not going to turn them away, but try to treat it like you would an actual interview.
So aside from conversations with potential internships or jobs, what else does the career fair offer?
We also have a professional photographer that's going to be here from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. taking headshots. So if you need a new headshot for your LinkedIn profile, for your website, that's also a great time. We're also having 3 professionals here from 11 to 2 for a resume breakout room on the second floor. So I know the timing's not the best because hopefully your resume will be ready before the career fair, but if you want some real-time feedback, we'll have that also available on the second floor. So the photo booth, resume breakout room, networking with professionals here in the gallery space and also the main lobby. And I always say, don't feel like you have to be there all 5 hours. If you can devote like 1 solid hour, I still think it's a good use of your time. Another thing I've learned, if you're nervous, which is common, bring a friend. I'm always amazed when I see 2 people walking together, they're a little nervous and they kind of go their separate directions and they say, hey, that wasn't so bad after all. And I'll be there to assist. And then also the Clarkson Gallery, some of that room will be saved for like a kind of a student lounge area. So if you need to do some research on a company or kind of compose your thoughts, that's a good place for that. Another thing I like to recommend too, if you have a nice like pad folio to hold your resumes or a folder, I highly recommend that because you don't want your resumes just falling out, and a lot of these companies will have promotional material, so it's also good to collect that as well.
Good. Is there anything else we should know before going?
No, again, next Thursday, March 6th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you do need a resume review before then, I'm in 120, email me the resume, or if you want to drop it off. Try to get that to me, I would say definitely before Tuesday of next week, because if you wait till Wednesday night, I can't guarantee I'm going to get to it. But come in with a positive attitude. It's not meant to be a high stress situation, and a lot of these organizations will have KU representation, and they'll have a nice KU alumni
That's awesome.
sticker. So they always love to hear that rock chalk, and they love to hear
Good.
your story.
All right, well, I will definitely be there
Awesome.
next week, but we are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with news and sports.
Yeah, I always just clap in this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now.
No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to do the end.
It's just.
I don't know the head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren. And I'm Emery. This is today's Good Evening KU News Update. KU Student Senate is under fire right now after overspending by $170,000. Normally, the Senate is given more funding than they would use, but when COVID-19 hit, prices went up, but the Senate's budget remained the same. In an attempt to manage the deficit, the Senate proposed student organization funding cuts, food funding cuts, and KU student funding in general. The Senate is hoping that this should only take a few years to come back from.
Lawrence is now home to a compost facility scheduled to open March 8th. After winter weather delayed the facility's opening, March 8th they will be open to the public. This spring, the program has self-load Saturdays, offering composting materials to citizens wishing to garden or compost on their own. The facility hopes to create a greener Lawrence.
A man faked a seizure in an attempt to steal 2 bulldog puppies yesterday in Denver. The surveillance footage captured a man falling limp outside of a Perfect Pets. His partner, with the staff now distracted, grabbed 2 English bulldog puppies. The thieves got away with one of the dogs and are still on the loose.
In sports, the baseball team continues to play well, starting their season with a 7-game win streak on the road. After taking 3 from Charleston State over the weekend, KU returns home to play 4 games against Omaha this weekend. Tomorrow is opening day with the first pitch at 3 p.m. at the Hoagland Ballpark.
The softball team is also playing well. After a rough start, the Jayhawks are now on a 7-5, riding a 5-game win streak. The Jayhawks have one more tournament this weekend before opening Big 12 conference play at Baylor. First up for KU at the Oklahoma tournament is an 11 a.m. matchup against Marshall on Friday.
The men's basketball team has won 2 in a row after Coach Self said it was the start of a new season. After losing 3 out of 4 games, the Jayhawks have taken down both Oklahoma State and Colorado to improve their record to 19-9 overall and 10-7 in the Big 12. KU will host 10th-ranked Texas Tech on Saturday with a 1 p.m. tip-off at Allen Fieldhouse.
The women's team picked up a big road win at BYU on Tuesday night. Junior Elle Evans scored 24 points and freshman Reagan Williams chipped in 20 points in the 71-66 victory. The Jayhawks are now 16-12 overall, with senior night scheduled for Sunday against Oklahoma State.
And finally, the track and field team is off to Lubbock, Texas this weekend for the Big 12 Indoor Championships. Texas Tech is hosting the 2-day meet, which can be viewed on ESPN+.
That is it for sports. After the break, Aiden will be here to tell us how long this warm spell is going to last.
Welcome back, Jayhawks. My name's Aiden Baugh. I'll be bringing you your weekly Wednesday weather this semester. It is beautiful out there in a stark contrast to last week at this time where we had wind chills as low as -20 under mountains of snow. It is gorgeous out there on this wonderful Wednesday evening. We are looking at a little bit warmer weather, if that can be believed, for Friday, with a slight cool off ahead for us in the weekend. Looking outside right here in Lawrence, it is gorgeous. For those of you who are not swamped with homework and finals like I am, I encourage you, go out on a walk, get your friends, go out, have some fun, because this weather is just beautiful. 59 here in Lawrence. We have very little wind right now out of that northwest, not impacting our temperatures too much at all. Looking outside over our beautiful state capital in Topeka, not too much to be seen there. Very little cloud cover over the skies. Just a wonderful evening here in eastern Kansas. Right now, our temperatures are pretty uniform. 60 degrees down in Ottawa, 59 all the way from Topeka along I-70 to Kansas City, 58 up in Leavenworth. Just gorgeous weather outside tonight. For those of you going out this evening for any evening plans, temperatures maintaining at around that mid-50s, declining into our high 40s to mid-50s, winds maintaining out of the northwest, beginning to shift into a more westerly fashion, still being very calm throughout our night. Looking into tomorrow, you may start to notice a trend here. 60 degrees. A little bit cooler, but still wonderful. Absolutely beautiful, especially when you compare it to the last month of weather we've had here in Lawrence. Very calm weather. What I want to draw your attention to tomorrow, those winds coming out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. That is going to feel noticeable with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. I feel bad for everyone walking to class tomorrow. Your hair will be blowing all over the place. This weekend, however, our Jayhawk baseball team is taking on Omaha in their first homestand of the season. This Friday, February 28th, temperature as high as 68 degrees around first pitch. That's going to feel like a sweltering summer day. That is like an 80-degree difference from this week to last week at this time. Just amazing. March 1st, Saturday, as our team heads down to Wichita, still in this series, temperature is declining to about 54 degrees, a little bit warmer down there than it will be in Lawrence on Saturday. But as the team returns to play in Hogland on Sunday, maintaining temperatures in those lower 50s, still beautiful weather outside. For your weekly forecast, like I said, Friday, very warm, 70 degrees, as high as that. That's going to feel amazing. Make sure you're outside enjoying this beautiful weather. We have some cold air settling in over the weekend. 48 on Sunday, 48 on Saturday, my apologies, 52 degrees on Sunday, before next week where we are looking at a chance of showers and storms on Tuesday. That's all the time I have for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch us tomorrow at 11:30 for KUJH, and next Wednesday we'll be right back here for Good Evening KU.